Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Ekamac. This is Let's Play Valkyria Chronicles 2. In the last episode we got our first, they're sort of like support conversations, but they aren't really because they're all between, well, they're all more focused on a character. I guess they're more like squad stories, I forget the proper name for it. But, interestingly, we somehow managed to get 3 of the very worst support in the game in a row, so hopefully Magari isn't as bad. Just shoot me now. Why do we have to write a stupid history report? Zeri said I should start by reading up here, but I'm allergic to books. What a sad and miserable existence that is. Sounds like someone's talking back there. Yeah, but it couldn't hurt to get out every once in a while, right?
Hey!
I lucked into a pair of concert tickets. Maybe you could go over the break. I'm sorry, I'm just not interested. Fine, I give up. I'm not going to beg. Another girl will go with me.
Yo!
Hey Magari, you here to find material on that history report too?
Yes?
I finished already. I remember enough recent European history without having to look it up. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm even shaky on my Gallian history. But wait, if you're done, why are you in here on a beautiful sunny day? I'm not interested in any of that. What do you mean? Everything we're taught in class, every conversation, it's all written in books. Considering that, it makes more sense to me to spend my time here reading. I'm not really sure I follow your logic. But oh, if you're done with writing your report, can I see what you've got? I barely know which end of a book starts from, so I have no idea what to... No, do your own homework. Yes, ma'am. Oh dear. That's a start of a thing with Magari, which... oh boy, that's a thing with Magari. Anyhow, what else is in the library?
Hi!
Somebody from my hometown just joined up with the rebels.
Ah!
Why? She was a classmate of my sister's. She left town a couple of weeks ago. The ranks of civilians enlisting with the rebels are growing. People dissatisfied with the Archduchess. People who hate Darksons. I hate to think that we're the reason this civil war is worsening. Don't say that, Magari. Sure, some people have joined the rebels, but most Gallians think their indiscriminate attacks are deplorable. And either way, nothing they do is your fault. Don't feel bad.
You're right.
She's right.
Right.
I know, but... I know. Thank you. Magari is basically Bernadetta. And yet she has elements of Yukiko Amagi, which I want to address in a different support... in a different squad story skit. Anyhow, we have experience, might as well put it to good use. Everyone is level 3.
You've done well, man. That's another level.
Now, if I were... okay, so here's the thing. I want to show off all the missions at least once. But I know what I get access to if I complete this, and then I'm going to need a lot more grinding.
For the Laetatein Cup are set to begin.
I've been saying it wrong the whole time, and I don't care.
Are you prepared?
You know it. We're all set to go.
Even as your advisor, I can't honestly rate Class G as anything but subpar. I hope you'll at least avoid any casualties out there.
Hey, don't write us off just yet. I'm telling you now, we're winning this.
Then I'll have the pleasure of watching you perform a miracle. I look forward to seeing that happen. Now, go to the drill ground.
Do you really think
Do we really have a chance against another class?
It's doubtful. We're marching off to abject humiliation.
Don't get all negative on me. We took out a tank, didn't we? What's a handful of guys compared to that, right? It's foolproof.
The word foolproof comes most readily from the mouths of fools.
Oh dear. Oh boy.
Who asked you, Juliana?
Hello, Miss. Got a really good memory from her parents.
To think a person like you is even distantly related to Leon Hardens is just...
Just what? And how would you even know Leon?
Leon Hardens was one of the most gifted students this academy has known. He was also a commander of impressive skill, and I am not one to flatter.
So, even the princess looked up to him.
I respected him as a peer. I'm confident my own skill is superior, however. Just know that I'll be watching you, to know just how disgusted I should be.
Yep, you go take care of that well-rounded inheritance of yours.
To the front.
Sir! Yo!
Alright, maggots, listen up. For the Cup, we run a real combat simulation. Gallian Army rules. You'll be firing practice rounds, but they can still kill if you're not lucky. Make your peace, then hit the field.
I still can't believe we got Class G. It's like a win by default.
I really hate how they keep reusing generic characters and they make them all complete jerks.
Yeah, just keep talking. We'll see who's smiling in a few minutes here.
Yo!
There's something I wanted to run you through. Surprise attacks! You may come across formidable enemies during battle, such as aces and bosses. They have high attack power and defense, and often evade your attacks. At times like this, try to catch them unawares and launch a surprise attack. If successful, they cannot evade you. Opposed to in Valkyria Chronicles 1, where it didn't cancel out evasion, it just reduced it. But enemy aces had such a stupidly high evasion stat that they could evade anyway, even with that penalty. I'm glad that all games after induced this an ambush cannot be avoided thing. I just wish they wouldn't let enemies attack before we get a chance to, before the interception fire has a chance to kick in. Surprise attacks are achieved by attacking directly behind an enemy. If you succeed, an exclamation mark appears above them. You follow that? Try not to forget, yeah? Alright, let's rock and roll. I don't think we need any modification for our tank. So let's go conquer the Laetatein Qualifiers. Yeah, we've got an awful lot of missions in February. Anyhow, defeat the enemy sniper commander in Area 1 to make it through to the next round. We have scouts, snipers, shock troopers, a lancer, and a light tank, A. But fortunately, losing a Van doesn't penalise us the victory. So then, we bring in the tank, because of course we bring in the tank. Avan is in the home camp, so I guess we could throw in who do I want to throw in? I guess Eric for the camp defender. In the other base, let's go for Nicole. Well, we haven't got a chance to use her yet. And, I guess Magari. Even though I don't like her. I mean, I don't dislike her, I just hate her. I just hate using her.
First up, prelims. We lose this, and we prove them right.
No night negation here. Oh dear, we seem to be slightly undergeared for this assault, don't we? He is crouching, so we have to break his cover before we can do anything about him.
Here I go.
Yeah, that's a thing. They can counter if you don't land your attack with a Lancer round, they can counterattack. It's annoying. So many freaking shock troopers. I'm beginning to think that Magari just doesn't have the firepower to take him out. By landing a hit on his legs, she actually inflicted, I believe it's called suppression even though it's APU yeah, that. This means that he can only travel much less of the usual distance before he runs out of AP. The problem is, we can just make him run out of health. So suppression is one of those things that are really useful to the enemy but not to the player. Do I want to A rank this?
I'm rolling out. I see you there. I see you there.
Hi there!
Eat this.
I feel slightly cheated that you lived through that.
I'm on the move.
But I'll feel a lot more cheated if you get that Lancer to kill Lavinia, so kindly don't.
I got you covered.
What, done already?
Okay, tell me what sort of numbers that tank has. Just the anti-armor Gatling. So it'll hurt, but it won't be a kill.
Let's get this started. I see fresh meat. Stay down! What, done already?
So yeah, I managed to pick the absolute worst group for taking on Area 2, wasn't I? And he shoots at well, because of course. Oh dear. I need to flank that guy with a Lancer of some sort. But I think better use of my time would be to crash this in. I need to get them out of that area.
Underway now. Stay away!
Mine! Mine, mine, mine.
Commencing action.
And now flank that shock trooper, also making sure not to step on that mine. He's got too much defense for me to take out.
I see someone.
And now we have a foothold. Now here's the question. Is Noelle's luck this good? I mean, I'm quite sure that... I have this feeling that the tank blast resistance was actually reduced a lot. Or landmines...
Here I go.
They have some decent resistance towards mine explosions, but it's not as good as it used to be. Anyway, I need to deploy...
I'm on the move. What, done already? This is my turf.
Yeah, Eric's good at holding camps. I know that there's a guy over there that's going to block that will shoot at Renee if I send her back that way.
Right, let's do it.
Do I feel like she can make the full rotation there before getting shot at?
All right.
No, but she's got armored traits, so she don't care.
Gold.
Meanwhile, we have a lancer and a sniper over there, so actually what I was worried about isn't a thing to worry about at all.
I'll do what I can. This might actually work.
Actually, wait. Can I take a shot at your head from here?
Stay away! Phew.
Okay, thinking about it, I guess the best way to make our approach here is to deploy. You. We haven't actually been using Zeri nearly enough. So we can give him a place of victory here.
I see you there.
Oh good, I was afraid that I'd have wasted this turn because he wouldn't be able to reach. You gave me someone to shoot at.
Enemy silent.
We can't make... We can? We can make it. We can't make it. Damn it. And you guys think you can beat us?
Watch and learn. Nothing to get riled about.
The thing is, I don't need to kill you. I just need to get you out of my base. Well, okay, maybe the headshot would have been a better choice of action there, but...
Please hit. I'm sorry.
It can be such a pain to make it into an abandoned enemy camp, but just barely not have enough AP to finish capturing it.
Let's get this started.
Anyhow, Eric, how gutsy do I feel? I don't. They love putting landmines in that one little corridor, and I hate it.
Annoying, hyperactive little...
Right, he doesn't like scouts. Why that triggered for snipers?
Is that all?
We'll see in a bit.
I'm on the move. Stay down!
You see how little a blast damage does against the lancers?
Right, let's do it.
I don't know how this isn't lethal, but apparently it isn't.
Go!
Okay, which one is this connected to? Okay, this camp. It would be nice if we could deploy a tank. Sadly, that would cost CP, so best to bring in a shock trooper.
Learn some respect! Think about it.
Now, Franca can block one person trying to run past. More than that, and they might slip past, but it's also possible that the AI will be dumb and aggravate her, shall we say? So here's the problem with the game. Or rather, it's not a problem per se, but it does get annoying. Enemy reinforcements. Because reinforcements are instant in this game, to balance the game out, reinforcements are instant. The problem is that because enemies have no cap on the amount of reinforcements they can call in, it gets annoying just how they can keep calling in reinforcements time and time again. I see many landmines in front of me.
On my way. Ha! Go! Commencing strike.
Now I have to remember that there's a Lancer back there and he will take a cheap shot at anyone if I leave them on if I don't take him out this turn.
Here goes.
The thing is, I can use Franca to take care of the shock trooper guarding him. And even then, Lancer rockets, although they look deadly, 110 is a lot of damage on one of their units. It's not lethal, it's just a lot of pain.
Commencing strike. Learn some respect. Are you proud of yourself?
Actually, I should probably check what this guy has. Right, boss unit. You don't get to look at their stats. I forgot. Helmet does have one positive. Confidence they can best any Lancer raises firing accuracy and attack power against infantry targets. He gets this by approaching an enemy Lancer. And since we have max morale, we might very well see it.
I'll show you what a man of the Empire can do.
Alright, we can't, but we can at least
Looks like you need help.
trigger a support attack.
Target destroyed.
Now here's something interesting about support attacks. If it's between characters that on a like list, that is, don't cancel the turn, just look at his stats here. So, actually Helmet is a great example of this. He has Noelle on his likes list. That means if he rescues her on the field, then he has special dialogue as opposed to generic, just save this person type of dialogue. He also has dialogue for getting a support attack with her, and she has dialogue for getting a support attack with him. Lancers can't get support attacks, and yet there's still actual voice clips in the game's data files for them having cooperative dialogue. It's interesting. I don't know why it's a thing, but it is interesting. Anyhow, I'm pretty sure this sniper is actually going to try and shoot Helmet because he's out of cover, but... Dang it. No, not a grenade! Damn it! Damn it. Enemy reinforcements are cheap. So, I can hospitalize her for 2 CP to free up her point. I could also use an order to retreat her safely. Helmet is probably in range, so...
Time to begin.
I'd have been so angry if Chloe's very first action of the game was it to just waste her turn.
I'll assist.
A master stroke.
Now then, we know that there are enemy shock troopers, unfortunately, and they will use grenades if they can hit more than one person at a time.
Hurry, there's no time!
But what I want to do is I want to get this guy out of his base so I can capture it for the bonus.
I don't miss.
Unfortunately, the jerkass decided that he'd evade, as enemy aces are known to do.
This one's a done deal.
Unfortunately, I think that probably means I'm gonna kill him with this grenade.
The final stroke.
Jackass!
Right, let's get her done. Eat this!
Did that knock him out of the base? Damn it!
Let's get creative.
Alright. He beat me in that he took someone out, and he beat me in that I was just unable to get him out of the base. Oh darn, you've actually got a lot of armor. I don't know why you kept ducking.
Underway. You're in the way. Good.
But the fact is, we won the round.
Yeah! Preliminaries! Check!
We only got a B rank too. We don't get the bonus because we lost Franco, but honestly, I felt like that was cheap. Even though it's exactly the sort of thing I'd do, it still feels cheap because we can't have snipers, only they can. We don't get the camp bonus because we didn't capture the final camp. Eric and Nicole got certificates. Nobody else did, but those are kind of important. Isn't it ironic that I got them on the ones that I haven't been using at all?
Hold your fire. We surrender.
That's the match! Winners! Class G!
It's like I'm dreaming. We actually won.
Woo! We did it! Supreme victory!
Nice going, Yvonne. We made it through the prelims.
That was just a warm-up.
You certainly took your time.
Oh good, I was wondering where Miss Familiar Boons was.
We won, didn't we? Just man up and admit you were wrong about us.
Class A put the slackers in Class C out in 3 minutes yesterday. 3.
I don't believe you.
You beat the guys we just fought in 3 minutes? No way.
Ha! We got ourselves a real commander.
She's going to be the head of the Everhard family. They're all geniuses.
There's no chance of anyone beating us with Juliana at the helm.
Listen carefully. Victory in war depends on an able-minded commander.
And an actually competent backup team, don't forget.
Without a talented leader to guide them, soldiers are useless, wasted pawns. It's only in the hands of a master that those pawns are able to win victory.
Pawns? How can you talk about your squad that way?
It's an apt metaphor. I'm certain your brother felt the same about his men.
No way. Not Leon.
No matter how brilliant the commander, a weak squad is still weak.
I don't recall asking your opinion, Darkson.
My name is Zeri.
And nothing more. Darksons lost their last names because of their crimes.
Did we not make it public that Darksons were innocent and the Valkyria were at fault?
That you even presume to address me is an insult to the Everhard name.
Class G was successful today because Yvonne brought each of our talents out. I sincerely doubt you could have done the same had you been in command.
How dare you! Mark my words, Darkson. Try your best to stay afloat until you face us. I will personally relish the crippling, humiliating defeat I inflict upon you.
And there she goes with her
Wow, man.
extremely
I'm kinda
generous
surprised you didn't
parentage.
stick up for me.
I wasn't. My intention was to communicate your incompetence. Knowing we can't rely on you means we all have to scramble to compensate.
He just can't let us have any credit, can he? Either that or he really couldn't let Juliana get away with that. Either way, I approve.
What? You snarky little jerk.
Hey! Give me back my glasses!
Guys! Come on, we just won! Stop fighting!
I just saved the game. I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, I hope my recording doesn't crash. Anyhow, even though we are definitely over the clock, I want to show the thing that we just said. Never mind. March 1937, Rebel Stronghold.
For generations, House Randgreaves has concealed their Darkson blood from the good people of Gallia. Are we to place the fate of our nation in the hands of these imposters? No! We must unite in the face of this oppression and restore hope to our people! Together, we will wipe the Darksons from our land! Fellow countrymen, I hold the power to lead us down the one true path! Gallia will bask in the cleansing light of the Valkyria! And by that light, be reborn!
Your harangues never fail to stoke the blaze in my heart, Count Casanal.
You! Oh boy. So here's a guy cameoing from the first game. Does anyone remember that mission where the Federation tried to kidnap Princess Cordelia? It was this guy. And unfortunately, because he was a diplomat, we couldn't just shoot him, we had to send him back. Meaning that he was perfectly viable to come back and start this whole mess up.
Ah, Ambassador Townsend. My thanks for arranging that little shipment.
Think nothing of it. The pleasure is mine to have been of service.
I pray our partnership will continue to thrive.
Father, you mustn't allow this Federation Viper to seduce you with promises.
Watch your tongue, boy.
What perfect Gallia can be built, except by the hands of her people? I do not know your intent in coming here, but I bid you leave Gallia at once.
Baldrin, stop this! The spark of revolution would have died long ago, if not for Federation aid. Do not think our successes this far have been your doing alone.
I don't know. Baldrin's pretty dangerous in a fight.
Apologies, Ambassador. My son is in ill command of his tongue.
Oh, not at all, good Count. I am certain he will one day lead the revolution. His proud bearing and fiery passion are virtues both.
I am greatly relieved to hear you say it.
Now, with your leave, I'll be on my way. Until the next War Council, Count.
Do calm down, Baldrin. You'll make yourself ill.
Audrey, then you see no problem with this? The Federation intends to use us to pull Gallia under its influence.
Without them, we lack the resources to continue the fight. We need simply to use them more thoroughly than they use us.
Just so. And what we need now are men of reason, not passion. Pragmatists. Learn from your sister's example and get used to dealing with the feds.
With your leave.
That boy! I've no idea where he gets his damnable stubbornness.
His father, of course. From where I stand, you two make a fine pair.
You are excused, my dear.
It's almost time for my evening prayers anyway.
Impossible as her brother in her own right. Dirk, collect Baldrin and come to my chambers. I have orders for you.
Understood.
Oh boy, so now we know the faces of our
We
enemies.
have a new transfer arriving today.
Avon, bro! I totally followed you here.
He's not kidding. If you remember episode 1, he shows up in the splash screen of Van organizing the villagers to join the town watchmen. You can see him right in the background. He doesn't say anything, but it's a cool little bit of foreshadowing.
My name's Pete Stang, like a Mustang, or a bee stang. Yeah!
Aren't you a country bumpkin? Anyhow,
Here is today's
definitely
news.
over time. Until next time, guys, take care. I'll see you all around.
Hey, Avon! How goes it today?
It's almost half a year since the outbreak of the rebellion. Voices of support for rebels are being heard in southern Gallia, and more are joining the rebels. This perhaps stems from the deteriorating economy and ingrained anti-dark sentiment. Since Archduchess Cordelia revealed her Darkson ancestry and rose to the throne, most have supported her, but Darkson prejudice has led to rising sympathy for the rebels. This may have been the sign of social rifts that have emerged in Gallia and Europa.